Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this magnificent Monday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. Anyway, I'm going to get right into it, guys, because I don't want to waste your time with my drivel. I want you to listen to this thing I've got down here of Doc. Now, I knew of this concerto. I'd never really listened to it to any degree, and I stumbled across this yesterday. Oh my God. Is this man great or is this man great? Doc, we're talking. All right? So anyway, I haven't played a note all last week. I got great practice in. I did the video later on. This afternoon, my afternoon is stacked, so I've got to get the video up before we do it. So, first notes of the day. Let me honk a little bit and we'll get to Doc, like you've never heard him. Chops feel supple and good. Hellacious E flats, and one of my go-to licks from Arbin, the Tyrolean song. Taking some liberties, but anyway, again, lots of guys send me videos, and I love it, guys. Keep them coming. It's just fodder for more stuff. If you think something I might get a kick out of something, send it. If I can get it up, I will. If not, Anyway. This I stumbled across myself. It is Doc Severinsen playing with the Boston Pops, playing the Floyd Worley Concerto. Now this was 1970, which would make Doc 43. Guys, he is right in the middle of it, man. This is his prime, and wait till you hear this man play. Oh my God. Now, as I said in the opening, I knew of this piece. I just listened to snippets of it. I've never really sat down and listened to it. But this guy, Floyd Worley, don't know much about him, wrote this specifically for Doc. Now, I don't know if he and Worley had worked together. I don't know if he and Doc are friends, but it was specifically for Doc. And I can only think the conversation goes, Doc, Floyd here. I got this new concerto for you. I wrote it just for you. All right, send it over. Thanks, man. That'll be fun. Takes one look at it and thanks for nothing, man. Screw you, Floyd. Because this thing is brutal. And now that I'm talking about it, I remember hearing Doc say in articles and other things that this is the most difficult thing he's ever played. Now, I am not going to say that this piece is completely void of musicality, because it's not. There's some nice themes there and all this sort of stuff, and the orchestral part, it's a valid piece of music. But there is no question Worley wrote this with the specific thought in mind that there is going to be one guy in the whole world that is going to be able to play this. Because this is God-forsaken brutal. And with all Doc has on his plate, I can't think for a minute how long it took him to prepare for this. I mean, this is just, you talk about barbed wire. I mean, this is, my God, this is like building a wall of barbed wire, to use a current phrase. But anyway, some of you may be familiar with it, some not, but it's down Take a listen to it. Now, a couple things I want you to think of. Once again, Doc's godforsaken mustache. My Lord, I wish we could look at his chops more. I really do. I'm fascinated with this stuff. And there's only a couple times, even though there's plenty of close-ups of him, it's always camouflaged. Anyway, but I want you to listen to his tone. Remember, 43 years old and killing it. Listen to his tone as compared to the tones of the trumpet players in the Boston Symphony. Now, that is definitely Roger Voisin. I'm not sure who the second player was, Andre Colme, or it could possibly be Gerard Gagouin. I'm not pronouncing his name right. I know I have lots of guys from the Boston area that might know who this is. But it's definitely Voisin. And in all due respect to them, Voisin was a great player. They sound terrible compared to Doc. And that's not fair to anybody. But, bathtub Bach mouthpieces and C trumpets, and it's spread, compared to Doc. And Doc sounded very, very orchestral here. Maybe a little bright for the orchestra, but just his technique is flawless. Now, he studied for years with Benny Baker of the New York Philharmonic. He has Clark, Orban, St. Jacome, Schlossberg. He has that background. He absolutely does. So, again, now, I'm going to go out on a limb. Other players that could do it. Maurice could do it. Maynard couldn't. Harry James couldn't. Probably Horst Fischer couldn't. I think Doc Schutzer. Oh, and we want to get current. Maurice and all these Maurice wannabes. Alison Balsam, not even close. Not even close. Okay? Marcus Finkler, my man from Germany. He may be able to do a decent job on it. He's got the chops for it. Anyway, Doc Schutzer. Now, Doc Schutzer, I think we'll all agree, stuck pretty much to his repertoire, and this is not his genre. I'm not sure if he would want to, go out and test himself like that. I think he could do it. He has the chops and he has the technique. I'm not sure if he would. Modern guys. Wayne Bargeron, love him. He's got the chops for it. I don't think he has the technique for it. Dowdswell, he's got the chops for it. Same thing as Wayne. I don't think he's got the technique for it. Well, you know who could play it? You know who could nail it to the wall? Vizzuti. So we got two guys in the history of trumpet, Maurice Andre and Alan Vizzuti, who could play this thing. James Morrison, he's got the chops and he's got the technique, but I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I want you guys to chime in if you want. I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't think Morrison has the classical technique, the classical foundation to make it sound like Doc did. Now, I've heard Morrison play piccolo, and as impressive as he doesn't have that classical orchestral phrasing to do it justice. I'm sure I'm missing a guy or two, but I'm telling you, it is a guy or two. I mean, this is incredible. Wait till you hear it. So, Doc at his best, in my humble opinion, and again, I told you, I've heard him say this is a monster, the toughest thing he ever had to play. And I'll tell you what, another thing, all you young guys, every single thing you hear today, except for a Perico extravaganza or something, is all done in the studio with overdubs and reverbs and technicians tuning it up and all this sort of stuff. This is live, man, with the Boston Symphony. I mean, you talk about stones. I mean, this guy has stones the size of Boulder, Colorado, man. I mean, this, God bless him. That's all I can say. God bless him. It's wonderful. All right? Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power and enjoy. Love you all.